It's a Monday, and I'm streaming anyway because I can. Because I barely got to stream yesterday, and I might barely get to stream today. Because my wife is sleepy and in bed right next to me. So we'll see how long I can go on for today. But yes, basically all day as I was in work, I was thinking, I want to play more Solar Ash. That game has its hooks in me again, so I'm here. I'm playing Solar Ash. And my wife has a Revolutionary Girl Utena video on at the moment. So we'll see how long she lasts with that, and I'm being told that the lady has a nice voice, so she's probably going to fall asleep quite quickly. So let's get on with it. Probably heard her cackles there. Alrighty, here we are again. We got Ray, we got Sid. That's all that we need. So every time that you boot up the game again, all of the plasma that you collected restocks, pops back up again. So if you're desperate to farm shit, then here you go. So last time, we made it to the Veruki city. We met a Veruki, who is perfectly fine in every single possible way. Totally chill, no problems there. And we also learned about Irving and Darg. But this time, let's see if we can't finish off their story, because we only have one of their logs left. And let's also see if we can't poke a little bit more of a hole into this remnant problem that we have. Those things are kind of fucking up the starseed, and we kind of need the starseed to work so we can save our planet from total damnation. I said it last stream, but it's just so much fun to just run around in this game. Feels so good. Anyway, there's our Veruki, buddy. With all bandages and a prosthetic leg. The journal turned to a blank page. Pages from the start of the journal have been ripped out.
I woke up this morning with muddy paws and a sore throat. I can't stop coughing. Was I sleepwalking? Was it a dream? I could have sworn that Morris was right next to me before I awoke, but he wasn't. He must have gone in early to work. He left me the sweetest note and freshly picked brambleberries in the icebox. How did I get so lucky? Delicious. I woke up this morning with mud on my paws and a hoarse voice. I can't stop coughing. Was I sleepwalking? Was it a dream? I could have sworn that Morris was right next to me before I awoke, but he wasn't. He must have gone in early to work. He left me the sweetest note and said he put brambleberries in the icebox for me. But when I looked, nothing was there. Woke up this morning, paws muddy, throat sore, can't stop coughing. Sleepwalking? Dream? Morris was here, next to me. I could feel him, but when I woke up, there were no brambleberries, no icebox, no Morris. Where is he? Bad morning. Need to clean my paws. Mud? Or something else. So dark. Voice hurt. Bad dreams. He was here. The note. No brambleberries.
Well.
He'll be home any minute now.
I'm not so sure about that.
It's taking longer than usual. I wonder what's keeping him.
Any idea where he went?
He had business at the clock tower, and a harvest to gather in the Iron Root Basin. But he's never gone this long.
She's been in the void too long. I can't end up like her. Gotta push on.
So we have a couple of things that we need to pick up with Lyris, the stranger. And the map is a great way of checking where you have missed shit, essentially. You can see we've got the first encounter there. That's impossible to miss. But you have missed a second, so I'll need to go find that at some point. There are a total of 6 for Lyris, and with any luck we'll get them all. But we can see that Irving has only the one left. So. God, I absolutely adore the world building in this game, or the world's building, rather. Spoilers, it's not just the Veruki that we'll be finding. There's a lot of worlds that the Ultra Void has taken and made its own. And we will see the remnants of quite a few. So, it's just really nice. Like, there's so much attention given to these little snapshots. Like, you could see them planting the seeds in the pot, and it's very clearly like a marriage ceremony or something like that. And like, that's never completely spelled out in the game, but just from what you can see in that picture, you just know. It's great. You can tell how in touch with nature these people were, how they just tried to build it into everything that they had, including their buildings. Like, you see trees against every single building out here. But they weren't just building trees. Or growing trees, rather. Veruki are not quite that simple. Anyway, we'll get to that. Ah! I tried to be fancy and I fucked up. Oh. Yeah. But thankfully in this area, health is plentiful. They are very much understanding that this is pretty much your first time playing for a lot of people. Or in my case, not your first time. But I got Hells of Rust. Hells of Rust.
It looks like he just collapsed in the corner. It looks like they tried to fight back.
So, how I said they had a little bit more than just the trees. The Veruki were not all smiles and rainbows.
They came down. The stars came crashing down. I think Ironwood is on fire. Thankfully, my apartment in the city is safe. Paragon Danapause.
There's something I did want to mention last stream that I completely forgot about until literally earlier today. First of all, the music is absolutely incredible. It completely matches the vibes of this game. And that is because it was done by the same person who did the music for Hyper Light Drifter. And also Fez. A Disaster Piece. And let me tell you, this game would not be the same without the just hauntingly beautiful vibe music, for lack of a better word. The ambiance is just, oh, love it. Like, it knows when to, like, kick up the intensity and when to just let it sit and build. It's just... It so perfectly fits the melancholy vibe that this game is going for. It's so good.
That'll definitely be useful.
Like, I am a huge proponent for just music in video games in general and how much of an effect that can have on just your viewing or playing experience, rather, not viewing. Like, Hyper Light Drifter and Solar Ash especially just have such a vibe to it. So much of that comes from music. Like, if you put in a different video game soundtrack into Hyper Light Drifter, it just wouldn't feel the same. I mean, obviously, but it feels distinctly inferior to what we have already. You know, like, there'd just be something not there that should be there. And you would feel that lack even if you couldn't put words to it. And Solar Ash is just very similar to that. It is beautiful and haunting. Perfect for what they are going. Probably shouldn't be doing this. Nope, definitely shouldn't be doing that. Okay. There we go. Took a couple of tries, but we got there. Got another nasty opened. Yay. Just what I wanted. Okay.
Goodbye, Ooze. You will not be missed.
You're right, Ray. You're right. Anyway. This looks not good.
Come in, High Tree Command. I don't read you. Come in. This is Lyris with the clock tower candleflies. Everything's in position. Those hungry bastards can eat fire tonight.
Lyris, is it? There's no one out there. Everyone's gone.
What did I tell you about leaving your post? Can't let them triangulate our position before the big light show.
Right, my post. Where is that again?
A scouting mission to the Dross Hive? In the Iron Route. You lost your nerve, Scout.
I don't think she knows she's in the Ultra Void.
Well, that was the second one that we were supposed to get to first. But I'm pretty sure I skipped it last time as well. When I played my very first time. I went straight to 3 and then got to 2 later. Well. In case it wasn't clear, the Veruki went through one hell of a civil war before they got pulled into the Ultra Void. And, Chris was one hell of a soldier. The nice thing about this game, no full damage. All damage is for cowards. Ultra Void's gravity has no effect on it. Except when it's making its things. Then it has too much of it. See, there's something up here too. We can't get up here. Or rather, we can't get through here.
My head.
First of all, because it gives Ray one hell of a headache. And second of all, because that is something that we get to later. By later, I mean a fair bit later, if I remember right. That is like one of the latest or last areas in the game. It's definitely up there. I don't think it's the last one, actually, but it's definitely one of the later ones. Anyway. We've kind of already been up this way. Let's go ahead and scan. If I can figure out where I need to go. Up that way and up that way. Got it. I also had that final log from Irving that I need to figure out, but I'm pretty sure it's up one of these routes. If I remember right. I could remember. Oh. And the last log of Irving's was actually the first one I found in this area, so I kind of stumbled on it by accident as I was doing something else. Let's see. We'll see. I will get it. I will try to get it on stream because it is affecting, can we say. So that up there is where we need to go. And we have a handy dandy grand round right here. But before we do anything, let's deal with these guys because they suck and I hate them. And there we go. The last point is pretty much always going to be a grapple, so you can do that cool little animation. It's fun. Feels good to pull off. Pretty satisfying, you know?
What are these things?
Things indeed. The only real clue on them is what Echo said, remnants of lost hope, which, you know, ominous. Oh shit, there it is. I see that last one. Haha! Now I just need to get there. If I remember right, the goal is to go very, very fast. Very, very high. Get how I'm supposed to do that. Gunked or up on, or grind up on, or climb up on. Those various descriptors. Can't really do that. Get off on that grind rate, I think. Hopefully find a way up. So, I saw that as I was on my way up there. Did anything else? It doesn't actually lead to anything. Because that was the main goal. Get there. The question remains, how do we get up? Probably from some other building, I would imagine. Oh. I don't see an obvious way in. Let's see if we can't find ourselves an entrance. absolutely nothing on. I don't think there's anything up this building. Through this building to get up this building. I'll take as much plasma as I can get, because that's useful. Give me him. Distracted by the trail of plasma. Always. Greed is good, and I am very greedy. Let's see if that can help me. Ideally, you want to hit those guys before they can actually get their attack out, because then you'll be ultimate. That's what you want. I think I see the way. It's gonna take a bit. By take a bit, I mean about a minute. Yeah, there's a way down there where I need to go. Instead of just jumping off this building, I need to jump off into somewhere else. I'm not the best at combat, unfortunately. It's only going to get worse as we get to some of the less friendly enemies, shall we say. There we go, there's that scene. That means that we are on the right track.
Irving! No. What happened to you?
Go.
Now that's a view. We completed what we set out to do, Dorb. Everything in position. Pyatt was right about one thing. It is beautiful. And it's going to set everything right. Figure if I've got to die, this vista is as good a place as any to do it. I'm just sorry we couldn't make it out of here, old girl. Goodbye, Ultra Void. You won't be missed. A fitting end for an old dog and her...
You did your part, old man. I don't know why the Starseed failed you, but I won't make the same mistake.
So, what happened to Irving? As I said, this was the first log that I found. And if you find this log before you find the rest, Ray will start referring to Irving and Darb in the past tense. It is a wonderfully gut-wrenching bit of lovely touches that I kind of wish they didn't do, because Jesus Christ, why would you do that to my heart? You awful, awful bastards. So, Irving's suit doubles your plasma intake. It is probably the most practical suit in the game, for reasons which we'll get into later.
Network interference detected. Loading emergency services.
I'll get you back online, Sid.
Can't do that yet. Okay. I was gonna see if I could talk to Sid about Irving. What happened to him, but No such joy this time. Not this time. Yeah, Irving suit. Very, very good if you want to get plasma, because it doubles the amount of plasma that you get. That's great. There are other suits which offer other benefits, but in general, Irving suit is a damn good one to have for a good long while. How do I get up there? Certain there's a way, but God hell. Not that way, because that way. Is it through the station again? I fucked up something. You will find that as time goes on, you'll basically be running through other areas going like, okay, so what did I miss here? And the answer is always going to be more than you think. Point in this entire little area up here. Leads this way. And over to an entirely different area. In fact, this is where we were before. Okay. Let's get moving. Whoa. Ah, there we go. Forgotten Fresher. Massive anomaly. Got all of the nodes unlocked, and well, I say unlocked, I don't mean stabbed violently in the eye. We can go deal with the Fresher. Second of our remnants. Also, it is absolutely tipping down there, and I am pretty sure that I heard thunder, so that's cool. Anyway, it's Fresher time. See that little mark there? Get to it, and then be ready to run. Pressure's not so bad, but it is very much a case of, have you learned how to do the thing? Specifically the thing being grappling. Because you will not get far if you have not. I didn't really have grappling figured out the first time that I played this game until I got to this boss. And I learned the hard way.
But I'm tougher.
Thankfully, I know how grappling works now, so this isn't too much of a problem. As with the notes before it, if you know, fuck around, then you will find out, and finding out will cause damage, so try not to find out. I fucked up. Touched the ground. That is a shame, but oh well. So once again, the music in this game is goddamn incredible. The way it just goes from this threatening, powerful, all-consuming synthwave nightmare to just this slow wave of tragic melancholy once again. It's just... Disaster Piece really put their whole heart into this one, and it fucking shows. It's great stuff.
Place again. Why did you bring me here?
I cannot choose your path any more than you can stop chasing your impossible dream.
It's not impossible. I'm going to save my people. I risked everything.
Everything? You risk more than your own life, child. There are fates far worse than death.
I welcome them, if it means I can stop my planet from being destroyed.
Oh yes, of course. You think this was a decision, with your indomitable free will. Then enjoy your freedom.
Oh. Charming woman. That is this area, for all intents and purposes, leaked.
Huh?
Done all that we can here. Except talk to our good buddy Sid, of course.
What is that place?
Ray, connectivity has been restored to this node, along with a modicum of local memory data.
Good. Can you activate the starseed now?
Negative. All conduits will need to be operational before we can activate the starseed.
We're running out of time. We need to work faster.
Restoring signal to this node has reactivated our conduit working protocols. We are uploading them to your multi-tool. It should help speed up your mission. To put it plainly, open your map and select a conduit to teleport to it.
Yeah, I was about to explain what Sid meant there, and then just Sid explained it. This is the perfect person. I love them.
What do you remember before you went offline?
The memory is hard to parse, but we believe Irving placed us near a temple. Ah, we do clearly remember how pleased he was to see us back online. He called us a buttercup, which seems odd, as we lack the ability to hold or contain dairy.
It's a term of endearment, Sid. Do you remember anything else? I need to understand what happened to him. How he ended up like that.
We are sorry. We do not. He seemed distraught and said he was glad we did not have to see what happened in the temple behind us.
I found a fellow Void Runner. They didn't make it. Irving and his dog, Darb, I think they're dead.
Oh no. What happened?
I found Irving. I don't understand what I saw. He's not alive, but he's not at peace either. It seems like he's trapped somehow.
Then our fears were warranted. Our memories after landing here are fragmented, but one stands out quite clearly. He asked,
Do you think the Veruki did something to deserve this?
Well, I think we can answer that question.
he wanted to know if our people had done something even worse. We told him there are no metrics for comparing the morality of different planets. He laughed and said,
Darb usually hates bots, but you're all right, Sid.
We wish he had tried to radio us for help. We will miss him.
Can you try the Polaris again?
Scanning. Still no luck. The chaotic signals of the remnants prevent us from doing so.
Do you remember what happened in the broken capital before you went offline?
The memory is hard to parse, but... we do.
It's a
Yes.
term of
We are
This
sorry.
is just the same. That's cool.
We do not. He seemed distraught and said he was glad we did not have to see what happened in the temple behind us. We've always got time for our favorite Void Runner.
I don't please. Okay, that's fine.
Actually, I need something else.
Certainly.
So, as you can see, every suit that we collect has a different name, and all of the suit names are amazing. I love them. Tempest Adagio, Aegis Wellspring, Tempered Absolution, the Shit One.
How can we help you?
They're all great. I love them all.
Thanks.
Your safety is paramount to the mission, Ray. And thank you for restoring our local memory logs.
No problem.
Incorrect. There are still problems. The starseed is non-operational, and your planet is in peril.
No, it's just an expression. I just meant... I'm glad you're here.
We understand.
Sid rules. I love that they got the voice actor to impersonate Irving. And slight spoilers for the other Void Runners, but Sid will impersonate them too. And they do a fucking fantastic job at it. It's really charming. Anyway, let's head on over to the crater. So, fast travel is just fast travel. Go fast to the place that you want to travel to. But yeah, we have unlocked a new area. But following that conversation with Echo, you can see that one of our shields have been a little bit broken, a little bit fucked up. And that is the reason that Irving's suit is one of the best in the game. It doubles your plasma intake, and that means that you can very quickly get back what was taken from you. Because, spoilers, it is not the last time that will happen. Oh no, caused problems for myself. Where am I? Okay, there we go. I was actually unaware that you could do that until now, so that's interesting. Thankfully, the developers knew what they were doing and gave me a way. I mean, I still would have had a way out because I could fast travel, but, you know. Anyway, you can see over there that we have a red glowing awful eye. Probably look into that. I cannot stress enough how fun it is just roll around in this game. Like a slightly more introspective Shadow the Hedgehog. Or fucking jet boots, it feels so good. Anyway. Here's the second area. And our second remnant. Well, actually our third remnant. Are a little more proactive than the last one was.
was that?
Oh, and there's a new enemy over there. We'll get to that. I hate them. There we go. I didn't even have to do the grapple. I could just whack them to death. What does this do for us? Ah! It unlocks a seal at the temple. Good. So this is Ironwood Basin. This is the place that... is it Ironwood or is it Ironwood? I forget. This is the place that Lyris was talking about earlier. Saying not to go to. So, I mean, that's probably fine. There's probably nothing wrong there. I should probably heal up though. Let me see if I can get to 2000 before I am Sid again. It is a very useful thing to do, but I don't want it yet. I want to be stuck. I want to maximize my roll around here. Well, I was supposed to get up there and I was supposed to hit that and it didn't. It just fell. Anyway, these guys, I hate them. They lock onto you and then they hit you with a laser. And the laser homes, so it sucks. Well, we got our free seals already, so we're doing pretty well for ourselves. We've been here 5 minutes and we're already unlocking ancient and terrible secrets. So nothing will go wrong there. But yeah, this is, once again, where the no, pardon me. Where the Varuki lived. This is still their world. But let us go ahead and head on. Sit now. Now that I have what I came here for.
I got you, Sid.
Critical systems offline. Repair network to resume functionality. Anomalous power sources detected. Sending location data to your multi-tool.
There we go. Ironwood Basin. This time we have 4 things before we can knock out the boss.
Network interference detected. Loading emergency services.
Go.
Finished installation. How can we help you?
Can you scan for Void Runner caches in the sector?
Scanning. There are 5 unrecovered Void Runner logs in this sector. How can we help you?
Okay.
I'll get you back online, Sid.
We have 5 Void Runner logs that we need to find. And so far, we have seen no sigils. So we're gonna have to be a little bit tricksy this time. Sidling up to some of them. Notice them. Or something like that. I don't know. Ignore me, I'm being silly. Speaking before the words can fully form. Favorite habit of mine, but not a very good one.
Dross harvesters. So that's what happened to the Varuki. Looks like they fought back.
So I said that they were engaged in a civil war before. That wasn't quite right. The Varuki were engaged in an interstellar war against the Dross.
Verse. No. What happened to you? Did the Ultra Void do this to you?
Found our second Void Runner. What's left of him?
What the hell is going on over the radio? Is that chanting coming from Pyatt? It's so otherworldly. Desperate. Either way, that idiot better not be messing up the mission. I can see the starseed from here. It's sputtering. Like an overchoked binder plate. That can't be good. If his woo-woo crystal brain messes this up, I'll throw him into the Void's core myself. I don't care how much he advanced Void tech. We are the last...
Did Pyatt sabotage the mission? I don't get it. He wanted to save our planet as much as anyone.
Well, that is definitely an ominous note to start off on. Oh, made it. Hell yeah. That's a difficult one to get to. You have to be just right.
We shouldn't even be here. Our people failed us, and now we're stuck in this tomb fighting for their lives. What's fair about that? I'm not afraid of this place, but I didn't join up to get myself killed for nothing. You can still see so many parts of what used to be a living planet. It feels invasive to just be here. This place used to be alive, and I'm standing over its remains laid out on a cold slab. I don't know how Irving does it.
I know exactly what you mean, Verse.
So Verse, if memory serves, was the rookie of the mission, Greenhorn. And that very much comes through in his logs. He is a lot more hot-blooded, a lot more emotional, a lot more rash than the others, especially compared to Irving. It's very much the seen it all, done it all, this is my one last chance to save my people and also myself kind of guy, you know? Verse is here because he wants to be a hero. But he is also here because he is desperate to save his people. And those two goals are very much aligned at the moment, but at the same time, you can tell that he very much places the blame on others rather than himself.
Can't stay still on these things.
Oh, also these are landmines. They will go off, like, immediately. And they suck, and I hate them. So if you hit that red thing, they go away. Not too bad to deal with, but kind of a pain.
Can't contact anyone from our team. I tried firing our signal flares. They went every direction but up. Nothing works here. I couldn't decouple the thrust rings from the air chamber. I just lost it. I wrenched them and they shattered. I can't fix my boosters. I can't fix any of this. Gotham said to return to the Starseed if we lose communication. It's gonna be a long trip back. Not a single nation could agree on a solution. They had so much time to fix this, and they did nothing. I want to save my planet. But death is too good an ending for everyone in charge there. If I don't make it, let it be known, this is their fault.
I feel you, Verse.
Verse never made it back. Maybe his other caches will have answers. I think I found its weak spot.
Yeah, Verse is very much justified anger at the circumstances that led to him being here. But at the same time, you do have to wonder how much of that is him being genuinely angry and how much of it is just him basking his own growing panic about the fact that he is stuck here and he is not going to be able to do what he thought he could do. And I like Verse, as you can probably tell. I like the fact that he is so angry and so rash and so hurt at the way that things have panned out. Like, he knows that something was supposed to have gone better than it did, and now that it hasn't, he doesn't really know how to handle that. Doesn't have the experience of Irving. He doesn't have Ray's, frankly, stubborn determination. Just angry and unsure what to do about that. That is very relatable in the world that we live in. Anyway, if I remember right, there's some stuff down this way. Remember, gravity doesn't really exist here. Not really. You can do a lot of weird. Oh, also those mines, in case you couldn't tell. Don't fuck with them, they'll explode. Like that. Never let it be said that this is not an educational channel. This is honestly a really nice game to just vibe in for a while. The movement feels great. Atmosphere is incredible. There's just so much to love about this game. It really is. Okay. Okay, continuing to go this way because I can. I think this is more like what I was feeling. So, yeah, there it is. I knew there was one of them. I just didn't quite know. Oh, okay. Hate those guys.
They set up the conduit. Not too far from one of the most beautiful trees I've ever seen. Funny thing, looking up at the canopy, I can almost forget for a moment where I am and what's at stake. The Veruki were peaceful and cared for each other. They had created a utopia. The Dross, the Ultra Void, they consume beauty and leave nothing behind. My planet's full of fools and hypocrites. But we don't deserve this. I'm glad we're destroying this place. Of course, we'll lose all account of what happened to these people, but what civilization would want to be remembered like this? I hope there's nothing left.
We disagree, Verse.
You were right, Verse. I'll finish what you started. Stems. Verse loved these things. They only smell slightly worse than booster fumes. He didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I disagree with First there. I think any society, any culture would want to be remembered any way that they could. If it's just seeing their death throes, even anything like that. Humans want to be remembered, they want to be passed on. Even if that last gasp is an ugly one, it's taken some kind of joy in that. Knowing that at the very least there's something of them still left. Anywho, don't get too navel-gazing here. We have a mission. What a mission it is. I know that there is that, over there. I don't care. I want to explore more. I want to see if I can find out what's going to it. I really love the Iron Root Basin. Oh, hang on. Yes, Iron Root Basin. I really love how different it is compared to the Broken Capital. Hello?
There's a black spot.
growing in the sky. Every night it gets bigger. First we had too many stars. Now we lose them every night. I can't take it. Horrors freely hunt our once fertile land, and now even the heavens turn their back on us. Paragon Danapons.
Yeah, I really like how the Iron Root Basin looks compared to the Broken Capital, because, as I said, the Veruki were very much in touch with nature in a lot of ways. Like, they fucking loved their trees. It was a huge part of their culture. And you can see that so much more out here, even with the signs that you see in the capital. Like, that was their big industrial zone. But this is very clearly a holy place for them, and it shines through in just the way that nature is left as untouched as possible. It's great. But also it's a lot more horizontal than and sprawling than the Broken Capital one. Broken Capital is very much your way of just getting to grips with what you need to do in the area of the so. Yeah. You know what? That works. I was planning on dealing with the horrible laser bastard, but I wound up accidentally doing the thing instead. Oops.
Another one down. You can thank me later, Sid.
Oh, is there anything else over here? I don't think so. I think that's just that. That being said, I am a little bit low on health, so let's that was the other thing I wanted to get, is actually grab the health. And I didn't. Hello?
Endless explosions last night. The sounds of wailing went all throughout the basin. I think the hunters have stopped. They're gone, Danny Boss.
Yeah, the other reason I like Iron Root Basin is you can also see very clearly what happened to the Veruki and why their civilization fell. Because they kind of got Lavosed, for lack of a better phrase. A big horrible space thing dropped in and started just eating everything. And more of them came out of the sky and just started doing exactly the same, started just reaching into the planet, sucking it dry. And this was just their last desperate attempt to save him. And then the Ultra Void came in and fucked everything up even worse. So, Ricky just had a fantastic time of it. Anywho, go ahead and deal with this one since we're here. Go. Passage down. Oh no,
Where did
passage
these things
another
come
one.
from?
Okay. Mostly cleared out this portion of it. I don't know if there is anything further around here. I think it's all kind of, it's the other side of the map, so go ahead and head up that way. First. I need to check my findings, but my findings are correct, so let's go do that. I also need to figure out where that final void cache was. Void runner cache, rather. As soon as we can find that, get the full story or verse. And what happened to him? kind of already know what happened there, but missing one final piece. I'd like to know what happened. Fuck those guys. I hate them. Hate them, and I want them dead. I once said they're the worst enemy in the game because I think there is worse to come, but I hate them all the same. Ah, there we go. If I suddenly go silent, it's because I'm dealing with a little bit of a cough. Kind of lingering a little bit. But other than that, I'm fine. My wife, unfortunately, is also dealing with a cold that she is slowly recovering from. And she is very annoyed because I'm the one that gave it to her. Says that I made her sick, and she is unfortunately completely correct in that. She is upset because she never gets sick. I do not know how much of her... Whinging is a strong word, but it is kind of whingy. Is coming through. But, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. She's fine. Gus got a touch of the woman flu. She'll be fine. Anywho, got another big old barrier here. We really shouldn't be touching yet. So we're not going to. We got this. Nice and easy this time. It's another eye opened.
There's at
Nice
least
little
one
shortcut.
more anomaly in this sector. Better scan for it.
Don't worry, Ray, I know it. Roughly. It's all the way over there. But unfortunately for us, it's inside the temple. And we don't have a way in there yet. A little bit more digging. So dig shall. It was really cool there for a minute, and then I wasn't. That's very well enough. Before we go down, hop up there. Let's open that up. That's a shortcut. There we go. Da-da-da-da. I'll say it is quite nice to just stream by myself again. I can get it to be a lot more chill than I normally am. Lethal companies and all that nonsense. Get a chance to rest, relax, enjoy my time. This wet and miserable moment. Yeah. That. That. Yeah. There. Go. Thank you. Before we go too far, what's over here? Dead people. Okay. My question is answered in a way that I did not want, but should have expected. What's on this black hole full of dead people? Dead people! Wow. Yeah. Unfortunately, they have... These guys are annoying for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is they have a very short grapple range. And look at them. I should absolutely be able to grapple those guys. I can't. Let's meet them. Hey, glad to hear it. God, this game's fucking beautiful. Yeah, no, I highly recommend this game. It's very enjoyable, just not only vibing, but also just the play. Controls feel incredible. The story is very engaging and frankly fucking heart-wrenching. It's nice. In a deeply depressing kind of way. Which, it's a real mood for 2020s, huh? Anyway. Finally got the temple open, so let's crack it open properly. See what's inside. Probably nothing good.
This place, it feels peaceful. First time I've had a chance to collect my thoughts since I got here.
Locked. Interesting. So that, the first time that I came here, was not locked. But I know exactly why it is locked, and it makes total sense for it to be locked. Because, it's kind of an important place. I'm sure I'll figure out what I'm missing there. Well, I know what I'm missing, but I'll figure out where to get to things that I did miss. I'll probably tackle that off stream, honestly. That's that. Great. Perfect. I have plenty of plasma to upgrade our final void shield, but I'm gonna hold off on that. So we are pretty close to finishing off this area. That means another chat with Henry. And the lost sentry has woken up properly now. It's great. See that. And that was a massive fuck-off laser. Duly noted. Oh, come on, right down. Could have sworn that I had seen something. That could have been. I think that I was. Okay, that's fine. Alright. But a lost sentry isn't just going to sit there and take it. like the Fresher did. They are, as I said, a little bit more active than the predecessor, and they are angry. Very, very angry. Now,
Never messed with a Void Runner before, huh?
where's our next one? I believe it's pretty high up. Get up there, so we'll have to find a way up. Which honestly shouldn't be too bad, given that this is still a pretty vertically inclined area. We just had to avoid the massive fuck-off laser. I will say that I love the way that they turn Shadow of the Colossus bosses into just slightly more puzzle when you're actually climbing. It's less about like figuring out which areas to climb to, and more figuring out how quickly you can get there. There's much more emphasis on speed than there is on cerebral thinking. Unfortunately, I'm
Hard
not
to keep
very
up with
fast.
this thing. Might try to time slip, extend my grapple distance.
But yeah, I didn't actually have to get up at all. I just had to wait for it to lower its arm. I love making things more complicated. It's like the number one thing to do in any video game ever.
Not so tough after all.
I forgot about the fact that it also has a bit of an AoE blast to its laser as well. Really had to be careful with that. There we go.
What? Why are you doing this? Why keep dragging me back to this place?
I am not the cause. I am the effect.
Enough of your riddles, Echo. I have to save my planet, and then maybe I can save you. I know you're in pain.
Oh, you would help me. You interlopers drove this spear through my chest, left me to die in this place. Eons I've been a prisoner, and now you offer me the key.
So you are trapped here. Help me activate the starseed, and I'll free us both.
My torturer offers me a deal. How kind.
Torturer? I'm not your enemy, Echo.
Your every move intensifies my pain. Your blind ambition, all your good intentions. Everything you touch turns to ash!
Ray! Are you all right? You look not quite yourself.
I'm fine, just a little disoriented. I'm good.
We're glad you're okay. Unfortunately, we have some bad news. We found a signal from the XR Polaris, a repeating Mayday signal. We can't tell how long it's been transmitting, but judging from the rate of decay, a long time.
The Void Runner ship. Any signs of life?
From the ship's diagnostics, conditions are incompatible with life.
But how is that possible? I know other Void Runners made it to the surface. This is making less and less sense.
We would agree that the logic of the situation escapes even us.
Sid, I'm alone here, aren't I? I don't know why or how, but everyone's gone.
Welcome back, Ray. What can we do for you?
I found another Void Runner. I found Verse. He didn't make it. It looked like he was frozen in the moment he died.
Oh, we're afraid our programming fails us in the face of such a tragedy. He was so young. Our memories are difficult to decipher, but Verse managed to leave an imprint. We recall him saying, "Everything here is broken. Nothing stays fixed for long." He got quite frustrated, as he often did, then apologized for yelling at us. It is fuzzy, but I believe he said he needed to blow off some steam, then inhaled deeply on a stim while he looked up at our planet. Perhaps it is a result of our damaged memory cells, but did he mean to say he needed to blow in some steam?
No, Sid. It sounds like he was just having a bad day. Probably the worst day of his life. I can relate. All of us, we've taken on so much coming here. The idea that we might fail, let all those people down. I don't think Verse could handle it. Sid, that's not all. Something's wrong. The conduits were already in place. What happened to everyone? Why didn't they start the Starseed?
Of this, we cannot be certain. All conduits currently online were properly configured and have been calibrated to their location in the Ultra Void. Our memories are still fragmented, but each set of data logs that you upload is helping us recall what transpired. Finished installation. How can we help you?
Bye, Sid.
Okay. So I think that should just about do us for today. We have cleared out 2 of the Verugi zones, cleared out 2 remnants, almost found 2 suits, so we'll need to track down where that final Void Runner cache is off stream. But I will get to that, I promise. I will definitely be showing that off on stream. And we also need to figure out just what the hell happened with Lyris. where she went off to. Because she's probably somewhere around here, but who knows for certain. But either way, all that and more we shall figure out another time. But that will be it for me today. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining me. Very much appreciated. Hope you have yourself a very good night. And I'll see you again at some point, I'm sure. Maybe next Saturday, maybe next Sunday, we will see. Probably not any time more this week because streaming on a weekday is weird. I don't like it. But anyway, thanks very much for tuning in, folks. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.